with Jarrr Bun. The name's Bun. Jarrr Bun. I've come to this world to teach you about the bond market.
I recently received a message the other day from the head of the Predatory Lending Network, asking me to come to this world to help teach you about the bond market. While I was quite happy where I was at the time, it took a bit of convincing for me to come to this world. But he was able to persuade me with a few little gifts. So will you join us as we discuss the bond market? Now, Jarrr, can you help explain to our viewers the inner workings of the bond market? Certainly. There are two types of ways to raise money on Wall Street these days. One is with stocks, and the other is with bonds. Now, if a company decides to sell stock, they have to give up ownership in their company. And not all companies want to do that. So that's why some companies decide to issue bonds. Now, bonds are a form of debt financing. Because of that, they tend to have a fixed interest rate and a fixed period of time. And they can also trade at discounts or premiums to their face value. So, the bonds we'll be talking about today are the Citigroup BAA rated October 1st, 2010 maturities, currently yielding about 12%, and trade in minimums of $10,000. And they have a coupon of 7.25%, and they're trading at a discount of 94 cents on the dollar. So that's why you get a yield of 11.99% at this time. But you say, what if I can't buy $10,000 worth of bonds? Well, the good news is your brokers will lend it to you with their current margin rates as follows. So, if you put in your bond trade at 11.99% minus your margin expense, you could have roughly a 4.5% to 3.25% return on this trade. So, this is Bun. Jarrr Bun. Taking it back to you at the studio. Thanks, Jarrr. Again, this is the Predatory Lender, saying thank you and see you next time. Ha 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 ha. And cut. Whew. Man, I'm glad that's over. Yeah, me too. So, what do you want to do after work? Oh, I don't know. How about you? Well, I was thinking about hooking up with that reporter friend of yours over at the Nightly Business Report. Yeah, that's a great idea, man. I think I'll call the wife and tell her to put the little ones to bed because Daddy's coming home. Yeah. Hey, that's a great idea. How about you let your wife know I'm in town? I'm sure she'll be glad to see me. Hey, what do you mean by that? Oh, nothing, nothing. Good night, man. I'm just saying good night. Okay, good night. Yeah, she'll be real glad to see me. Ha 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 ha.